So you think Santa will like these red and green M&Ms?
I don't know. I never met the guy. He does exist.
They do exist. Santa?
Following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of our paid shopping employees.
Following is a paid program for Joint Food with Tamistine, brought to you by Nordic Healthy Living, a proud supporter of the Arthritis National Research Foundation. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hello, I'm Christine Bullock. Welcome viewers from across the country to House Call. Today we're talking about your joints, what to do about those aching knees, shoulders, hips, and fingers. People often ask me what I think about the latest miracle pill, cream, or device for their joints, promising a pain-free, active life. Boy, they sure do sound good, but do any of them really work? Stay tuned because my medical guest today says there is hope. He claims he's discovered something that truly lives up to the hype, and he says it's helping everyday joint sufferers quickly get active and mobile again without the aches and discomforts and stay that way. That's right, a real bona fide joint health solution, providing both fast and lasting relief while supporting healthier joints. A natural solution that works without the drugs or surgery to help keep people active and mobile into their 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. So if you're dealing with achy joints, keep watching because you won't want to miss this. Our guest today is a familiar face. You may have seen him on the hit TV series The Doctors, or as a medical expert on television news or health programs. His name is Dr. Keller Wortham. He's a Los Angeles-based physician specializing in joint health and preventative medicine through his Southern California clinic. He's here today to tell us about a new patented ingredient originally from Europe that he claims will change how we live and age. He claims it can work for everyone: seniors, athletes, active people, couch potatoes, everyone. Let's go meet him. Great to meet you, Dr. Wortham. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Christine. It is great to be here.
So what about all those joint health products and ingredients on the market today? There's so many.
I know it might seem like that, Christine, but the joint health market has not had a major innovation in a long time, decades, in fact. You remember CBD?
Oh, yeah. That was supposed to be the miracle cure for aching joints.
Right. Well, it didn't exactly turn out that way.
Why did it fail?
Well, partly because, like most joint products out there, it's an incomplete solution, sold to provide temporary relief, which frankly it didn't even do that well, while doing nothing to support the health of the joint itself, the actual cause of your aches and stiffness in the first place.
So tell us, what is new out there? What works?
Well, for the past 2 decades, some serious research in joint health and bone health too has been taking place in Norway with a group at Nordic Healthy Living in Oslo.
Why Norway? I always thought of Norwegians as super healthy, active people.
You're right, they're some of the most active people in the world. I mean, you see gyms everywhere. It seems like everyone either plays a sport or has an active hobby. But something happens to Norwegians when they get older.
What's that?
They fall apart. They have lots of joint and bone health issues. You see the same people walking around with canes when they get older. It's a big problem.
Wait, what? Norway is a wealthy country with great health care. Why is this happening?
You're right. It's a first world, affluent country. Norwegians shouldn't have so many joint health issues, but they do. It's why Nordic Healthy Living was formed, to find a solution to this problem. But what's most interesting for your viewers is what their research exposed about joint health in general.
What's that?
Well, it led Norwegian researchers to look harder at the natural aging process inside of the joint itself.
And what did they find?
So they discovered that the malnourished joint is more vulnerable to inflammation, to aches, and to injury.
Ah, okay. You're talking about joint nourishment.
That's right. So let me explain. You see, for your joints to be healthy as they age, they need specific nutrients that don't just target inflammation, but also support the health of your joint cartilage and connective tissue and the lubricating fluid around the joint called synovial fluid. We'll get to those later.
But what about relief now? People don't want to wait to feel better.
You're exactly right. People will not just sit around, literally, waiting to feel better. For example, there are some great natural ingredients out there that are effective for joint cartilage, but they take time to work, and people don't like to stick it out if they don't feel relief quickly.
That's what I found too. If they don't see and feel significant improvements in days, not weeks or months, they're gonna give up.
And that's what first drew me to Nordic Healthy Living's joint food supplement. It works quickly.
I do want to hear more about the joint food, but first, what does the House Call audience need to know about things they might currently be taking for their joints?
Okay, so in my opinion, most well-known pain relievers and joint health products on the market fall into two categories. They're either one, dangerous, and in some cases may even be deadly, or two, ineffective.
What does that include?
So that includes over-the-counter and some prescription drugs, the glucosamine and chondroitin-based products, and even the popular omega-3 supplements.
Even omega-3 fish oils?
Yep, so even omega-3 products like fish oil or mussel or krill oil, they're good for your heart, but not the long-term answer for those stiff, sore, achy joints. None of these products provide the comprehensive solution your joints require as they age.
Okay, for audience members that may take these products, can you break down the pros and cons of the more popular ones?
Sure. Okay, so the first thing people usually turn to when they have joint discomfort is aspirin or ibuprofen like Advil, or other non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like naproxen, the popular brand being Aleve. And some people use acetaminophen, which most of us know is Tylenol. And hey, we've probably all taken these pills at one time or another. And yes, they can definitely provide some short-term pain relief, but they can also wreak havoc on your body over time.
So what about the natural supplements out there? Glucosamine and chondroitin seem to be the ingredient combination we still hear the most about.
Well, before you go spending any money on them, you should know that multiple large studies have shown that these ingredients, popular in so many joint supplements, were found to be no more effective than sugar pills.
Okay, so what about using high-dose omega-3 supplements for long-term joint health? Now you're telling us they can be dangerous for some people too?
So let me be clear. For heart health and brain health, I believe we should all be getting omega-3s naturally from the foods we eat, but too much fish oil can increase your risk of excessive bleeding, and it can even dampen your immune system.
And millions of seniors are on prescription blood thinners.
That's right, and blood thinning related problems from meds or supplements or their combination is the #1 overdose issue in emergency rooms for seniors. So combining these medications with fish oil capsules can be dangerous.
But what about the anti-inflammatory effect of fish oils?
Sure, yes, so there are studies showing some short-term anti-inflammatory effects, but very few studies that look long-term, and there are better natural inflammation-fighting ingredients out there.
Okay, what about those green lip muscle oil supplements? They've been pushed pretty hard in recent years.
Yes, they have, and I've looked into green lip muscle oil. It does look to be a decent thing for reducing inflammation, but that's about it, and the research is very limited. The bigger issue with all of these oils is that they only help to address aches and discomfort temporarily. They don't provide the comprehensive joint nourishment that you need.
How is that?
Well, they don't deliver the range of different nutrients your joints need for long-term health. And that's why I'm here today, Christine, to get the word out. From the drugs to the supplements, tens of millions have fallen for ineffective or incomplete solutions that over time can lead to less healthy joints, less mobility, and possibly even painful, risky joint replacement surgeries.
So what is the solution, Dr. Wortham?
Well, certainly the research and the studies and my own personal experience with patients have shown me that achieving long-term joint health and comfort requires a more comprehensive approach with key nutrients that actually nourish and support the health of your joint cartilage and synovial fluid and don't just mask the pain.
Okay, you're talking about joint food.
Yes, and it's called joint food because of the strong synergy between its 9 key joint nourishing ingredients. There are people around the world taking joint food daily and living happily and comfortably with increased mobility and without the potential side effects you see with other products.
That's amazing, and I've read it's no small success. Let's go now and listen to some real joint food users.
I used to spend the first half of a round just getting my shoulder warmed up before I could really swing. Before joint food, my pregame ritual consisted of painkillers, which I knew was bad for my body. With joint food, I feel great, and I'm taking care of my joints the right way, supporting my cartilage and my joint synovial fluid, which starts to go with age. I'm counting on Joint Food to keep me on the links. Just a couple of Joint Food pills a day. And after a few weeks, my shoulders felt 20 years younger on the golf course. Now, my shoulder feels loose from the very first hole, and I'm scoring better than I have in years.
Over the last couple of years, little things like not being able to open a jar have become a nuisance. But when it started to affect my career as a dancer, well, I knew it was time to get serious about my joint health. I've tried using wraps and creams, which offered some temporary relief, but an hour later, the aches and stiffness would come back. I knew that if I were to keep dancing, I needed something natural for my joints, something that not only provided relief, but also helped me with my joint cartilage and lubricate my joints too. So I turned to Joint Food. Within the first 2 weeks, I could feel my flexibility and movement coming back. And now I'm back to dancing, 2 to 3 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thank you, Joint Food, for bringing the joy back to my dancing.
Wow. Sounds like Joint Food is a proven formula with a pretty incredible track record of success. We'll talk more with a good doctor when we get back, but right now I want to give you a chance to call in and get more information on Joint Food. And when we return, Dr. Wortham will be in the kitchen so you can see firsthand all the natural ingredients and why they call it Joint Food. You won't want to miss this. Now, if you'd like more information on the Joint Food formula that Dr. Wortham is talking about today, or if you or a loved one are finally ready to stop the misery and start living a life with sore, stiff, aching joints, preventing you from enjoying the things that you love, then pick up the phone now and call the number you see on your screen. We've worked out a special arrangement, so when you do call, be sure to mention you're calling for the House Call special offer, and you'll find out how you can receive a free month's supply of Nordic Healthy Living's Joint Food, clinically shown to start improving joint comfort in just 5 days. As Dr. Wortham explained, Joint Food doesn't just mask the pain, it's the only complete formula that actually nourishes, feeds, and supports your joint cartilage and synovial system as well. Joint Food can help keep your joints healthy, flexible, and lubricated while naturally reducing those aches and discomforts. And I've also been told that for a limited time, we have some very nice additional free gifts today, including the doctor's easy-to-follow joint mobility and flexibility program with proven simple tips you can do at home. And when those joints or muscles are really aching and on fire and you need immediate relief, the first 500 customers will also receive a free tube of the doctor's Rapid Relief Pain Cream for quick, soothing relief where you need it. If you'd like more information on how to get your free month supply of Joint Food, the Mobility and Flexibility Tips booklet, and your free tube of the Pain Relief Cream, then all you have to do is pick up the phone now and give us a call. This special offer is not available in stores, so you must call now. Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about what works and doesn't work when it comes to addressing what's aching your joints versus just temporarily masking the pain, and how your joints, like the rest of your body, need proper food and nourishment to get healthy and stay healthy as you age. Dr. Wortham, can you explain to the audience what you mean by joint food and joint nourishment?
Of course. So to best explain it, it's important to understand a few basic things about your joints. Why most of us will face some level of joint issues as we age, unless we do something about it. And to do that, I'm going to use the assistance of my little friend here.
I see you brought a knee joint with you. Do you always travel with a knee joint, Dr. Wortham?
Well, yeah, I've got the rest of the skeleton in my car if you want to see it.
That's okay. So will this be Anatomy 101?
I'm going to make it even easier than that, Christine. So a joint is simply the connection between two bones. Here we got the femur and the tibia, and then their surrounding structures that allow your ankles and your knees to bend so you can pick things up, or your hips to wiggle so you can dance, your back to bend so you can do things like yoga or gardening.
All the things people take for granted when they're young.
Yes. And healthy joints have this nice, smooth surface here called cartilage, and an important lubricant called synovial fluid. All of this cushions your joints so your bones don't rub together. But as you age, and then injuries in athletics or being overweight or other everyday factors, you begin to experience wear and tear on your joints. And as we age, even activities like playing golf or carrying your grandkids can increase the stress on your joints and contribute to wear and tear.
And when the aches begin, that's when most people turn to those temporary fixes.
And that's the problem. Your joints are put under enormous strain every day. Simply masking your discomfort with drugs or high-dose omega supplements, as millions of people do every day, is the wrong approach because they don't provide the environment of repair and healing that you need for your joints.
Okay, I follow. So getting back to your knee model, what does a worn down knee look like?
Okay, so with age, this smooth cartilage on the top of the bone here becomes rough and it wears down. The joint cartilage gets thinner, and then there's less lubrication, and this can affect how you move. And that's when you start to get that grinding sensation, like rubbing bricks together, and your joints really start to hurt. That's because the ultimate solution lies in the health of the joint itself.
So what was it? What was the answer?
Well, the answer requires a more complete joint health solution, including a product that does 3 key things. 1, help promote a healthy inflammatory response in the joint. 2, provide key nutrients for the joint cartilage. And 3, nourish that all-important synovial fluid that lubricates the joint. Now, coming up with a product that could tackle all 3 of these areas was not easy. It took the synergy of 9 well-studied joint health ingredients to arrive at a product as effective as joint food.
Let's take a look at those magical 9 ingredients. Okay, let's see. I recognize the turmeric with that bright orange color, but not these other 2.
Well, if you lived in Southeast Asia, you would. All 3 of these are staples in the diet there, and all 3 are used in traditional Ayurvedic medicine to promote a healthy inflammatory response in the body. They each do it in different ways, yet they're synergistic, meaning each supports the other. And that's why Nordic Healthy Living combined them and called the blend Tamastine. It's the result of years of research. So check out this chart. When it comes to providing both quick short-term relief and lasting joint relief, you need to satisfy what medical researchers call the 3 OXs, 3 pathways to healthier joints.
Now, it's my understanding that most over-the-counter drugs focus only on the COX pathway.
That's correct. And they do it in an unnatural, imbalanced way, which wipes out the other healing pathways in the body at the same time. Tamastine provides fast-acting relief naturally, using what's called a full-spectrum turmeric root extract, the type of turmeric that was shown to be more bioactive and effective.
But isn't the downside of fast-acting COX pathway products is they only last a few hours?
You're absolutely right. But providing quick relief is important to joint sufferers.
I agree. So given your chart, I take it the other 2 things on this plate are tamarind seed and mangosteen fruit.
That is exactly right.
I've been hearing a lot about tamarind seeds in the recent years.
Here's the backstory on tamarind. It's extremely popular in Indian cuisine, where it's added to soups and other dishes, but it's the tamarind seeds themselves that provide the incredible health benefits for your joints. And this has been shown in multiple studies. The seeds are a popular snack in rural India where the people suffer far less joint health issues as they age. Tamarind seed extract is what makes Tamastine so special.
I see from your chart that tamarind works on the slower acting LOX pathways in the body. Can you explain what that means?
Products that work through the LOX pathway take longer for you to feel relief, but the difference with this is the pathway benefits stay with you much longer as well. Weeks of support, not hours like the COX pathway products.
And then you've got mangosteen to further that antioxidant support?
Yes, exactly. So turmeric and tamarind are antioxidant powerhouses in their own right, but mangosteen contains a special group of antioxidant compounds called xanthones, which have unique healing properties. It really revs up the healing ability of Tamastine.
That's very cool. Let's go now and listen to some real joint food users.
I've just been so happy recently. I'm back to going on long walks with friends and hiking my favorite trails. Living in Hawaii, there's just so much to see. But a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't imagine I'd be back to doing all of these things. I was just in a bad place and had been for quite a while. We moved to the island from Pennsylvania 2 years ago. Pennsylvania can be beautiful, but those winters, when we got here, the active Hawaiian lifestyle was everything I thought it would be, and nothing was going to stop me. Or so I thought. I'd had challenges with my joints in the past, especially when I overdid it, but I could always look past it and finish my hike. When my hip became a problem, I just couldn't look past it. It got to the point where getting out of the car, or even getting out of a chair, or getting out of bed was a challenge. And at night, I just couldn't find a good sleep position. I couldn't get comfortable with that nagging hip. And the most frustrating part was being sidelined from my hikes. I'd get going, but my hip would only let me get so far and I'd have to turn around. And anything challenging was certainly off the table. It was really depressing. I've tried all kinds of things for my joints through the years, supplements, all kinds of things really. But other than ibuprofen for temporary relief, which I knew was bad for me, I never really noticed any improvement with anything that I took. That was until I started taking joint food. The difference I noticed when taking joint food was truly noticeable. The first thing I noticed was my joints were just so much more flexible than they'd been in a long time, and I wasn't stiff or achy after exercise anymore. And the longer I took joint food, the better all my joints felt, especially my hip. In the first month of taking joint food, I was extending my walks each day and doing short hikes again. Now I'm hiking the steep hikes that I hadn't even thought about doing in over a year, and I'm even trail running again. Now I don't want to go back to where I was a few months ago, where most days I was stuck on the couch. Knowing what joint food can do and how good it is for my joints, I make sure I start each morning with it. Anyone with aging joints that wants to stay active needs this stuff. My advice, get on joint food as soon as possible. It worked for me.
Years as a professional athlete, it took its toll on my knees. Before joint food, I couldn't imagine I'd be out running and training again like I am now. I never really believed much in supplements, but joint food has changed my mind. This stuff is different. Over the years, I've tried different things to help my joints. I took fish oil for a while, and even glucosamine and chondroitin, but I never felt much, so I stopped. Joint food is completely different. It's like night and day. Within days, most of the stiffness was gone, and I am more flexible today than I've been in years. Joint food has got me back on the pitch playing soccer again. After all these years, I'm really playing, not just coaching from the sidelines. Thanks for bringing my old legs back to life. This time I'll take better care of the old knees with joint food.
Well, it was joint food that took away my aches and stiffness and got me back up and moving again. I live on the 3rd floor of an apartment building with steep stairs. Going up the stairs is fine, but down, my left knee used to ache. But after a few weeks of taking joint food, I am now cruising down those stairs like a teenager again. At my age, my joints need all the help they can get. You know, some people still believe it's selfish to take time for yourself to exercise, but our bodies are gifts from God. The Bible says your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you. So you need to honor that body of yours by committing to exercise and taking care of it, so you can be there and be strong for your family. And joint food helps me keep that commitment every day. I used to get sore after doing my floor exercises, sometimes for days, and it slowed me down. But with joint food, I'm ready to go the next day without stiffness. It's really amazing. I want to keep active, walking and jogging every day under the beautiful California sunshine until I'm 100 years old. With joint food, I'm starting to think that's possible.
I work as a dental hygienist, and I love it. Preserving my hands is not something I mess around with. So when I started noticing more and more stiffness in my hands and my fingers at the end of the day, and in the morning too, I knew I had to do something. I started on joint food. I was never much of a supplement person other than a multivitamin from time to time, but I knew that I needed more than that, something with joint-specific nutrition. That's what drew me into joint food. And I gotta tell you, it really does what they promise. Within the first 2 weeks, my joints felt better. The aches and stiffness in my fingers were pretty much gone. And the longer I take it, it keeps getting better, which is great because now I can get back to my real passion. Thanks to joint food, I'm back to 100% at work and playing the piano again every day.
Wow, those are some truly amazing results, Dr. Wortham. Let's take a break to give our viewers a chance to call in and get some more information. Now, if you'd like more information on joint food with Tamastine that Dr. Wortham is talking about today, then pick up the phone and call the number you see on your screen. Be sure to mention you're calling for the House Call special offer, and you'll find out how you can receive a free month supply of joint food, clinically shown to start improving your joint comfort in just 5 days. And we have some really nice additional free gifts with the House Call special today, including the doctor's easy-to-follow joint mobility and flexibility program with proven simple tips that you can do at home. And when those joints or muscles are really aching and on fire and you need immediate relief, the first 500 customers will also receive a free tube of the doctor's Rapid Relief Pain Cream for quick, soothing relief where you need it. So, if you'd like more information on how to get your free month supply of joint food, the doctor's mobility and flexibility tips booklet, and your free tube of the pain cream, then all you have to do is pick up the phone now and give us a call. This limited time special offer is not available in stores, so you must call now. Welcome back. Okay, Dr. Wortham. Now, earlier you mentioned that there was a major clinical trial done on Joint Food's Tamistine ingredient combination.
That's right, and it was published in several prestigious medical journals.
So what did the clinical trial show?
Well, it was an 8-week, very comprehensive study, and remarkably, users began to see significant, noticeable improvements in joint comfort and flexibility in just the first 5 days.
And I see there were specific improvements in so many things. Less joint discomfort and stiffness, less difficulty walking and descending the stairs.
Yeah, that's right. And this just kept improving over time. In fact, there was an over 60% reduction in overall joint discomfort and an over 50% improvement in joint flexibility.
And wow, 3 to 9 times more effective than the placebo. Those are very impressive results. And I see there was even a U.S. patent awarded.
That is correct, further validating what Joint Food users were already telling us.
Now it's getting towards the end of the show, Dr. Wortham. Any parting words for our viewers?
Sure, yes. And thank you, Christine, for having me on the show. So many of you out there struggle with aching, stiff joints that keep you from doing so many of the things in your life that bring you joy. But with Joint Food, you now have a safe and effective joint health solution that truly works. So my question is, if you aren't taking Joint
The proceeding was a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of our paid shopping employees.
We asked real customers what they love most about Consumer Cellular.
What I love? The pricing was fantastic. The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for up to half the cost.
Consumer Cellular offers really great coverage. It's the same.
The price is remarkable.
Get unlimited talk and text with a flexible data plan starting at $20 a month.
They are always concerned about my needs.
Our customer service team is 100% based in the U.S., and we've received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service again.
I got a great phone, and I got to keep my number.
And AARP members get exclusive discounts.
You'd be surprised how much you can actually save.
Switch today and save up to half on your wireless and add extra lines anytime for just $15 each. Call 800-560-5613. Go to consumercellular.com or visit a Target store today.
Trust me, you'll be satisfied.
When you're looking for answers, it's good to have help, because the right information at the right time may make all the difference. At Humana, we know that's especially true when you're looking for a Medicare supplement insurance plan. That's why we're offering 7 things every Medicare supplement should have. It's yours free, just for calling the number on your screen. And when you call, a knowledgeable licensed agent producer can answer any questions you have and help you choose the plan that's right for you. The call is free and there's no obligation. You see, Medicare covers only about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. That's why so many people purchase Medicare supplement insurance plans like those offered by Humana. They're designed to help you save money and pay some of the costs Medicare doesn't. Depending on the Medicare supplement plan you select, you could have no deductibles or copayments for doctor visits, hospital stays, emergency care, and more. You can keep the doctors you have now, ones you know and trust, with no referrals needed. Plus, you can get medical care anywhere in the country, even when you're traveling. With Humana, you get a competitive monthly premium and personalized service from a healthcare partner working to make healthcare simpler and easier for you. You can choose from a wide range of standardized plans. Each one is designed to work seamlessly with Medicare and help save you money. So how do you find the plan that's right for you? One that fits your needs and your budget. Call Humana now at the number on your screen for this free guide. It's just one of the ways that Humana is making healthcare simpler. And when you call, a knowledgeable licensed agent producer can answer any questions you have and help you choose the plan that's right for you. The call is free and there's no obligation. You know Medicare won't cover all your medical costs, so call now and see why a Medicare supplement plan from a company like Humana just might be the answer.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of our paid shopping employees.
The following is a paid program for the Signal Relief Patch sponsored by Caliber Med.
Does pain impact your life?
I walk with a lot of pain.
Like when I wake up, the moment I get out of bed, like I can feel that pain.
Do you struggle with pain?
Pain can consume you sometimes to where you can't focus on anything else.
Pain is exhausting, and pretending like you're not in pain is exhausting.
Is it hard to live your life?
I mean, it was so intense, it'd keep me up at night.
I mean, it almost becomes so constant to the point where you've just lived your life anyway.
You just want relief.
I'll try anything. I can't live like this.
All I'm thinking about is how I can get some type of relief.
I just have done everything possible to try to find something that works.
Meet the Signal Relief Patch, patented technology that has been clinically tested, and participants were able to reduce the impact of pain by almost 60%, with a 97% customer satisfaction rating. Hear why people can't live without the amazing Signal Relief Patch.
The Signal Relief Patch is what gets me to living my life the way that I want to.
This patch, this is like my lifeline.
Signal Relief has made a huge difference in my life.
The people you have seen and will see have had pain impact their lives. People live with aches and pains every single day. Many suffer in silence with joint, lower back, neck, hip, and other types of pain. The Signal Relief Patch with breakthrough technology has already changed hundreds of thousands of lives, and we're just getting started.
Use this patch. Just trust me. It's the best thing I've ever tried.
My life has totally changed. So I'm telling them, I'm screaming it from the rooftops. I talk about it on social media all the time.
You can live your life without thinking about pain.
For me, the Signal Relief Patch is worth its weight in gold.
To be perfectly frank, I don't want to be without my patch.
I will not stop the Signal Patch for as long as it takes. I don't ever want to.
Signal Relief has been the best therapy that I could have in my life.
It has been a lifesaver.
So Signal is in my life forever.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I'm here today to talk about a problem: pain. Some suffer in silence, others just deal with it or have to completely change their lifestyle just to cope with it. But regardless, it affects everyone around them. Every job, vacation, activity, and even staying fit is dictated by how much we manage pain levels. That's the beauty of the Signal Relief Patch. It can change everything you thought you could do if only you didn't have so much pain. So what is the Signal Relief Patch and how does it work? To get some answers, welcome Mike Hammond, founder of Signal Relief, who has a remarkable story. Hi, Mike.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm so glad you're here with us. So how in the world did the Signal Relief Patch even get started?
So I'm a tech guy. I've been in the tech world forever. I sold one of my companies. And when I did, my best friend from MBA school, he called me. He said, Mike, you need to come actually see the tech that I'm working on right now. You're going to want to invest in it. So I went to his office. I met these two inventors. I didn't know this, but the body works on electrical fields. So We built antenna tech for the military that we later discovered worked on the human body.
I'm a little in disbelief, not gonna lie. Yeah. So tell me again how this works.
When our nerves create pain, all they do is generate energy. And then energy follows up our neural pathways to the brain, makes us feel pain, causes inflammation. When lightning strikes a house, it burns a house down. But if you have a lightning rod, the lightning will go to the lightning rod because it's the path of least resistance and into the ground. Well, the energy works the same way. So this antenna has been developed where when your nerves create that signal for pain and it hits the antenna, the path of least resistance is into our patch and not all the way up to your brain.
This is the patch. What's amazing to me, it's so thin, but it's doing so much. There's not medicine in here. This is not actually, you're not ingesting anything, right?
We are putting nothing into the body. We're just allowing basically a separate highway for the pain signal to be able to leave your body instead of continuing around that circle and causing you to feel pain. What's cool is this can be reused over and over and over, probably for a year to 2 years before you even have to get another one. It's probably the least expensive solution to pain relief that I know of.
I want you to see and hear what the Signal Relief Patch has done for others, and then ask yourself this question. What if I could experience the same relief?
About a year ago, I went skiing with my granddaughter. I get this horrible pain in my leg. I'm just talking with my daughter. So she reaches back and pulls this patch off of her back. And she said, I don't know how it works, but I'm telling you it works. The next morning when I woke up, I didn't have a bit of pain. I didn't wake up one time. I had missed so much in life because every minute of my life was thinking, this is hurting. Is it ever gonna go? How do I sleep through the night? After using the Signal Relief Patch for like 4 months, my pain basically totally went away. Still to this day, I carry this patch with me in my pocket. I don't dare not go someplace without it. This patch, this is like my lifeline. If your focus is on your pain, what do you have to lose? This thing works.
So I used to be pretty active. I played rugby for a while. That caused back problems, so I'd always have back aches. My periods were way worse, my cramps were way worse. And then my mom bought me a patch. I put it on and it was like a few minutes and I stopped feeling pain. I can do things and go places and live my life and not have to be worried about being in pain. This is a life changer.
We were trying to make an antenna that could be concealed and hidden in plain sight that can go further than a regular antenna. And I said, here's what I want to do. We want to minimize the magnetic field and amplify the electrical field. And Brett and I brainstormed on how to do that, and we decided we'd have to do that on the nanoscale to make that happen. We already knew that in our military testing the antennas, they were several orders of magnitude more sensitive, receiving signals than a regular wire antenna. In the back of our mind, we knew there would be uses for on-body.
When we were first testing our antenna, I noticed if I put my hand close to it, it would change. The response of the antenna would change.
The big moment is when Rhett had his motorcycle accident.
They kept me a day and a half, and so I go home, I'm laying in bed, the pain is so bad. My wife comes and gets me. I said, can you go get one of my antennas I made a couple days ago and tape it to me? And so she went and got it, and she put a piece of duct tape and taped it to my chest. 2 hours later, I woke up, I got up out of bed, and I'm walking to the bathroom. And then it dawned on me, I made it like about 25, 30 feet, and I go, wait a minute, you gotta be kidding me, man. It doesn't hurt. This is so amazing what's happening to me right now.
As the inventors came to me and we started collaborating on building the next generation for what could it be for the body, we started playing with all types of things to figure out what would work best. How do we make this so that people can use this on a day-to-day basis? And that was the beginning of the Signal Relief Patch.
Our body is mainly electrical, so when we have a pain message, sometimes it gets stuck in a loop and we get extra noise. But when the message is jammed up, then the brain can't do its job to heal the body and take the pain away. So really simplistically, this is just taking the noise off of a wire.
This is something that's for everybody on Earth.
I've never seen something that impacts a human being more than this technology. The realization was the only way that people can understand this isn't something they can see, it's something they can feel. It's feeling it.
All we're really selling here is hope and trust.
Oh my goodness, I can't feel it at all.
It's so fulfilling to see people's lives change. The future is billions of people getting pain relief in a way that's never been experienced before.
Does pain impact your life?
When I walk with a lot of pain.
I was just having crazy back pain.
I started to experience really bad menstrual cramps.
I get this horrible pain in my leg.
It started to get worse as the day progressed.
Is it hard to live the life you want?
Now it's getting to a point of having a hard time walking more than 2 miles.
It affected my sleep. It affected everything in my life.
Pain is exhausting, and pretending like you're not in pain is exhausting.
You can't be present in your life if you have pain.
You just want relief.
I just got to the point where I just tried to teach myself to ignore it.
I've done everything possible to try to find something that works.
I can't live like this.
There's got to be something that can help.
This is the Signal Relief Patch, and it just could be your answer to pain. A patented technology that has been clinically shown to reduce pain by almost 60%. Just imagine going from this to this. No chemicals, no batteries, and it works.
Signal Relief has made a huge difference in my life.
I've never felt this good.
Everybody in the world should have one of these.
This is too good to be true. It's too easy.
It's remarkable.
You tried it all. Trust me, I know I did. It will work.
As many as 116 million have pain impacting their life every day, often suffering in silence with joint, back, neck, hip, and other pain that prevent them from living the life they desire. Few options exist to get some kind of relief from pain. The clinical trial for the Signal Relief Patch showed more than a 90% reduction in use of anything else but the Signal Relief Patch, and it has changed hundreds of thousands of lives.
This patch, this is like my lifeline. Best thing I've ever tried.
I talk about it to my family. I talk about it to my friends. My life has totally changed.
I don't want to be without my patch.
I would recommend it to anybody.
Get the Signal Relief Patch risk-free for 30 days for just $39.95. Many spend that much every month on pain. It's a small price to pay to get relief you can wear every day. Powerful patented technology is arranged in a proprietary pattern and sealed into the durable Signal Relief Patch. Risk losing nothing but your pain. Go right now to trysignalrelief.com or call the number on your screen.
This is giving me freedom.
This is a life changer.
Signal is in my life forever. I want everybody to have it.
Get relief today with this special risk-free trial of only $39.95. The Signal Relief Patch is so easy to use. Just find the spot, place it, and feel relief. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Get your life back and start living again. Get the Signal Relief Patch today.
I'm telling you it will work. And if it doesn't, you're going to be out nothing. We're going to give a lot of people their life back. And that's why we're going risk-free. This is a no questions asked money back guarantee because we stand behind our product. And if it doesn't work, we don't want you to have it nor pay for it.
Pain has met its patch.
Sometimes pain just becomes overwhelming. You just need relief, and the Signal Relief Patch can do that. The pain might still be there, but now instead of it running your life, you can live with it. But hey, let's talk to a real expert on pain, Dr. Beth Dupree. Dr. Dupree is a world-renowned surgeon and breast cancer specialist. At the pinnacle of her career of 30 years as a surgeon, she felt compelled to focus more on improving lives and healing, including the Signal Relief Patch. Beth, welcome. All right, so tell me a little bit about how you found your way to the Signal Relief Patch.
Nancy, I didn't find Signal. Signal found me. I was minding my own business in, my 35 years of surgical experience, 15 years as a board-certified integrative medicine physician. I have always been focused primarily on helping my patients heal. And as a surgeon, pain control was an important part of what I did because when I would send patients home after surgery, I had to make sure that they were going to be comfortable and be able to recover successfully after a mastectomy, a lumpectomy, breast cancer reconstruction. I had done a documentary, and someone that I met through the documentary called me up and said, "Oh my gosh, you've got to try this pain patch." And I thought, well, whatever, a pain patch, it's, is this snake oil? I'm very skeptical. I'm a scientist. I am data driven. And he sent me a video clip of this guy, Matt, who had a traumatic amputation. It was absolutely mind-blowing to me that someone who had severed a limb, lost their lower leg, was able to utilize this patch to alleviate phantom limb pain. I thought, okay, I have to at least check this out and see what it's about.
In fact, the one she's talking about, Matt, that's my childhood best friend. And he was working with a stump grinder, and Matt's pant leg the wind was blowing, and it blew his string into the stump grinder, and it sucked his leg through it. So he lost his leg 16 years ago. For 16 years, he has been dealing with crazy amounts of pain. And it took everything I could to even get him to come to my office to try it. Because people that have dealt with that kind of pain, they've done everything, and they're tired of people telling them there's something that will help them. So he's sitting in my office. I pull that patch out. I put it on above his knee, right where the amputated leg is. And in about 10 seconds, his shoulders are shaking. He looks up, tears are coming down, and he just goes, the pain's gone. And I turn around, excited to see his boys, because his 2 boys were there. And both of them were just tears coming down their eyes because they realized their dad, who they never seen, not in pain, was pain-free for the first time in their life. And that's when this became more than just a job to me. I mean, it's something I wake up every single day excited to get to the world, but this is something that will change people's lives.
So I said, I need to know if this works on people with chronic pain. My sister, who's had back surgeries, she was blown away. If this works this well on chronic pain, can we potentially utilize this in the postoperative period? And when you think of the numbers of arthroplasties or joint replacements that are done every year, if you think of the numbers of hernias, surgeries, I thought, wow, this could really be a transformative time in healthcare.
We'll be back with Dr. Beth Dupree and Mike Hammond. But first, let's hear a few more great stories of how the Signal Relief patch reduced the impact of pain and gave them back the life they wanted.
About 10 years ago, I shattered my leg and ankle, and I was in a wheelchair for a year. I didn't realize that with that process of me, hurting myself so bad that time, that it put a lot of strain on my hip and my lower back and affected me in a lot of different ways.
For me as a wife, you don't want your husband to be in constant pain. It's devastating. As we get older and the pain gets worse, it's just like more and more real of the reality of, gosh, is our body gonna let us do this? Are we gonna ever be those parents that we wanna be? And we just don't know what that looks like.
Seeing it work so quickly for me right then, and just having it even just in my back pocket was I'll remember that forever, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm able to do things that I wasn't able to do for a long time. It's honestly, it's changed my life.
You can't put a price tag on freedom. It's incredible.
The Signal Relief patch for me has been life-changing. It's made me so I don't hurt. I can watch my grandkids play football and I can stand there the whole game. I've had it for a little over 2 years, and I guard it with my life. Long story short, I wear it every day. I even wear it at night. I carry one in my truck. So I am able to do the things that I wanted to do, but wasn't able to do. It's been a life changer for me.
You may still have a lot of questions, and I'm back with Dr. Beth Dupree and Mike Hammond. Here's the $1,000,000 question. How does it work? How do you use it?
There's lots of different kinds of chronic pain, but what I have found in using it is it needs to be somewhere between the pain and the brain. So if the pain is in the knee, it might be the medial knee, it might be the lateral knee. But the beauty of this is you can just hold it, you can even hold it on top of your clothing. It does not have to touch the skin. So you can hold it over that area, and within a few minutes you should know whether it's working. And the way that you know it's working is, number one, the pain dissipates, and number two, you feel a little bit of warmth in the patch. From a clinical perspective, we need to have the proof, we need to have the science, we need to have the data. So we identified a clinical research organization to head up our research team. we did our clinical study, which we used these exact patches. Over 90% of the study participants were successful in reducing their pain by using only the Signal Relief Patch. That to me is the huge win. It is not intended to treat an acute onset of pain that you do not know where it came from. We are working to alleviate the pain, not to treat the disease.
When you're dealing with pain, you can't function. Pain holds us back from living a normal life, but this seems in some cases to work better than any other solution they have. It gives them their life back.
Is the patch hypoallergenic?
So here's the great thing about the patch. It does not need to touch your skin. Surgeons do not want anything to touch their incisions. We cover them with bandages. This technology does not have to touch the skin, so it can go on top of a dressing. We have an adhesive that you can put on the back of the patch to put it on your body. But for people that have sensitive skin, like my husband, it can work through jeans. There's nothing like that. I mean, the other patches that are out there that put something into your body, they have to touch your skin because they're putting something into your body. All this antenna is doing is giving your pain signal a place to leave your body off the exit ramp of the highway before it gets to your brain. And I see this as an opportunity to be in the world of pain management because this is a global problem, and to be able to start chipping away at this one piece at a time, you know, to have a patch that's going to last for over a year, that doesn't put anything into your body, that acts as an antenna to draw the signal out, no matter how it does it. I am not that scientist, but I'm a caring physician that truly wants to help people heal. And to be able to help them alleviate their pain is a great first step.
Everyone hurts. There's always things that hurt. I have found nothing more effective than this patch. I wear one every single day. I have one in my back pocket right now because I can't keep the patch I have on me. Because you find people in the supermarket, wherever you go, who you can tell are hurting. I just take my patch off my back and I stick it on where it hurts, and they look at me and go, where can I get one of these? Every single person in the world should have a Signal Relief Patch in their home because everyone deals with pain, and this is one of the best solutions to pain that I've ever seen in my entire life.
I would take a machine called a tree stump grinder, and you just lower it down on top of that stump and just slowly back and forth and mulch it away. I took a step forward and it pulled my leg in. So it hit about 6 inches below my knee, and it took, you know, a significant portion off right away. And they wheeled me into emergency surgery. In my mind, I'm like, okay, the pain's gonna go away when I amputate. And it never got better. Never got better. In fact, I felt like it got worse sometimes. I was the biggest skeptic out there. I've tried it all. I had every doubt in the world. And so I said, okay, let's try it. When I put that patch on, there were tears. I broke down. Like almost, you know, I don't want to say it's a miracle, but it was amazing. The kids, yeah, they saw it and they're like, wow, I've never seen Dad break down like this over a patch. And when you look back and when I was in pain, I felt like I wasn't good enough for my kids. Now, you know, I know my kids' lives are better with me in it. That's a great feeling. My kids have their dad back, and my wife has her husband back. Signal Relief has truly given my life back.
I am like an avid trail runner. I love being active, and I felt like I just couldn't do any of it because my back just always hurt. When I got the Signal Relief Patch, literally the next day was like, I worked out that day, I took the kids to the park that day, I just felt like myself and my kids, I mean, it radiates to them. It's remarkable. Now with the patch, I'm able to trail run, weightlift, hike, ski, all of the things. Whenever I need it, I can just pull it out, and it's the same one that I bought 2.5 years ago. The Signal Relief Patch is truly one of those, the tiniest little change in my life that brought me hope when I felt so much pain.
As we age, we all feel new aches, pains, and strains, no matter how active we are or aren't. In most cases, these experiences are normal. But what if you could just put on a Signal Relief patch and live life with less pain? What could that change? Now is your chance to find out how to literally get your life back on track with the Signal Relief patch.
Does pain impact your life?
When I walk with a lot of pain.
I was just having crazy back pain.
I started to experience really bad menstrual cramps.
I get this horrible pain in my leg.
It started to get worse as the day progressed.
Is it hard to live the life you want?
Now it's getting to a point of having a hard time walking more than 2 miles.
It affected my sleep. It affected everything in my life.
Pain is exhausting, and pretending like you're not in pain is exhausting.
You can't be present in your life if you have pain.
You just want relief.
I just got to the point where I just tried to teach myself to ignore it.
I've done everything possible to try to find something that works.
I can't live like this.
There's got to be something that can help.
This is the Signal Relief Patch, and it just could be your answer to pain. A patented technology that has been clinically shown to reduce pain by almost 60%. Just imagine going from this to this. No chemicals, no batteries, and it works.
Signal Relief has made a huge difference in my life.
I've never felt this good.
Everybody in the world should have one of these.
This is too good to be true. It's too easy.
It's remarkable.
You tried it all. Trust me, I know I did. It will work.
As many as 116 million have pain impacting their life every day, often suffering in silence with joint, back, neck, hip, and other pain that prevent them from living the life they desire. Few options exist to get some kind of relief from pain. The clinical trial for the Signal Relief Patch showed more than a 90% reduction in use of anything else but the Signal Relief Patch, and it has changed hundreds of thousands of lives.
This patch, this is like my lifeline. Best thing I've ever tried.
I talk about it to my family. I talk about it to my friends. My life has totally changed.
I don't want to be without my patch.
I would recommend it to anybody.
Get the Signal Relief Patch risk-free for 30 days for just $39.95. Many spend that much every month on pain. It's a small price to pay to get relief you can wear every day. Powerful patented technology is arranged in a proprietary pattern and sealed into the durable Signal Relief Patch. Risk losing nothing but your pain. Go right now to trysignalrelief.com or call the number on your screen.
This is giving me freedom.
This is a life changer.
Signal is in my life forever. I want everybody to have it.
Get relief today with this special risk-free trial of only $39.95. The Signal Relief Patch is so easy to use. Just find the spot, place it, and feel relief. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Get your life back and start living again. Get the Signal Relief Patch today.
I'm telling you it will work. And if it doesn't, you're gonna be out nothing. We're gonna give a lot of people their life back. And that's why we're going risk-free. This is a no questions asked money back guarantee because we stand behind our product. And if it doesn't work, we don't want you to have it nor pay for it.
Pain has met its patch.
Well, we're back with Beth and Mike. So I have to ask, what are the drawbacks to the relief patch?
We always look at the risk-benefit ratio as physicians. What are the risks to our patients compared to the potential benefits? And to date, the only potential drawback is the occasional skin irritation from the adhesive, which you get from a Band-Aid. But there's other ways to have it on their body to help alleviate their pain. And when I look at the clinical data, it is clear that over 90% of the participants in pain did not use anything else other than the Signal Relief Patch. And so for me, I don't believe that there is a drawback for someone trying this for pain. I think that the only thing that they have to lose is their pain by getting it.
People stop living, not being alive, they stop loving life when they're dealing with pain. First, we have to get people to just have enough hope to give it a try.
You're not alone. You don't have to suffer anymore, and those who love you want you to live your life again. Go to the graduation, take that cruise, or pick up your favorite pastime. Today is the day. Try the Signal Relief Patch. What do you have to lose?
The preceding has been a paid program for the Signal Relief Patch, sponsored by Caliber Med.
The preceding was a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of our paid shopping employees.
Moving? Get Optimum's best deals and save. Stay connected in your new home with fiber internet, now with speeds up to 8 gig. And save big when you add Optimum Mobile. Call, click, or visit a store today. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
Hi, we're the Tristan family from Georgetown, Texas. This is my husband, David, our sons, Jace and Connor, and our dogs, Fancy and Sheldon. Welcome to Dog Tales.
Dog Tales. Dog Tales. America's premier dog lovers magazine show. All the latest news from the dog world. Dog Tales. Right now on this edition of Dog Tales. Meet the Tristan family from Georgetown, Texas. Proud owners of Sheldon and Fancy, two lovable pooches.
We got Fancy from Cocker Spaniel Rescue of Austin, San Antonio.
As soon as she jumped out of the car to come over the first time, she made herself right at home, went out the doggy door in the backyard, so we just knew she was a perfect fit for the family.
Well, she's a blonde with a couple of white spots on her. And she just likes to hang out around the house and just stay with my mom mostly.
She's a very good snuggler, that's what I love about her. And she's just really low maintenance.
Sheldon is a black Cocker Spaniel. I'm not sure if he's a purebred or not. I mean, he appears to be, but we don't know.
Well, Sheldon's really playful. He's got a lot of puppy in him.
There's a funny part where Sheldon howls. He loves to howl too.
They're very good watchdogs, especially if someone happens to ring the doorbell, they go crazy.
Whenever I'm sad, they'll just come up and they'll be wagging their tails and that'll make me immediately be happy.
Sheldon likes to fetch, but Fancy doesn't like to fetch.
They're real fun. I just love them.
These dogs mean the world to us. They're part of the family.
We love them with all of our hearts. They're great doggies, great companions, and they can always cheer you up when you're having a bad day.
Our thanks to the Tristan family for inviting us to their home and sharing their dog tales. Here now is today's featured Dog Tales story. We're on patrol with Los Angeles Police Department Sergeant Tammy Bauman and her partner, Officer Megan Casalicchio, two dedicated animal lovers. It was the problem of so many stray dogs running the streets that prompted Sergeant Bauman to start Ghetto Rescue, a nonprofit organization that involves not only cops, but a lot of dedicated volunteers.
I have been a police officer, and now I'm a sergeant, for almost 20 years. No 2 days the same, that's for sure.
It really is a privilege to wear the badge, to wear the gun, and to be able to help people, and ultimately be able to help dogs.
There's a lot of people helping people, but there's not always so many options for dogs. There's a dog.
There's a lot out here. I mean, there's literally packs of feral dogs running the streets.
You know, I had to testify in court recently on a case, and I estimated that I've probably helped over 400 dogs in the 19 years on the job. Most people that have a dog, they're taking care of it. They're getting it to the vet, they're walking it, they're doing what they're supposed to do. But the dogs we come across are dogs that are not being taken care of. If we see a dog and we think we can help the dog, the first thing we do is go get it scanned, see if it's got a microchip, see if it maybe belonged to somebody. A lot of times you can tell it probably doesn't, acts scared, maybe it's covered in dreadlocks or matted fur, and then the next step would be take it to the vet. We let the shelter know when we find a dog so that they can put it in their books, and off we go. Get it medical treatment, get a haircut, and then we put it in a foster home if we have one available, and then we start working on finding the dog a home.
A lot of people question why people like us put so much effort into saving dogs and time and money, and why aren't you doing this with the people, why aren't you doing this with kids? And when you're out here and you see on a day-to-day basis, you see these children, you see, the young adults, as much as you want to help them, sometimes there's really nothing that you can do. With dogs, it's kind of like an immediate gratification where you can help that dog, you can pull it off the street. If it doesn't belong to somebody, you can save the dog and give it a life, a wonderful life.
We spay and neuter dogs that belong to citizens in the community that are low income. Maybe they can't get their dog to the clinic, so we don't mind helping them with that. Here's a guy cruising right here. Should we ask her if that's her dog? Is that your dog? Tu perro? No. Hey! Hey! Up, there he goes. Oh, he must live there. All right. No kidnapping him.
05 South Looking Place. 2 large gray and white pit bulls in the area. It's code 2 and 1954, party 1273.
1954. You want to go to that? That's 2 loose pit bulls.
We get these calls a lot. A lot of times there's somebody's dog, they're friendly. It's just scary. It's scary to people to see a big dog like that running loose.
Along with all the robbery calls and everything else we go to, we do get these loose dog calls. We're the first ones they call, and then we determine if we need to call animal control. Is that them?
I think so. We're at 80.
I thought she said PD no longer needed. Yeah. Oh, they are. Oh. There's a little turkey.
Oh, look at this guy. Oh, this is a good dog.
Hey! What are you doing?
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Why are you out? Hey, who's doggies?
Hello.
Hi, vicious pit bulls.
Oh, you got a boo-boo.
Hi.
What?
Hi.
Oh, we're happy.
Hi, you're vicious pit bulls.
No, you're just mean.
Whose dogs?
Yeah.
Oh. Somebody
yours?
called and said dogs were loose.
Oh, yeah, I took a shower in them.
Oh.
Okay. Good.
Well, they're scary looking, that's why.
Yeah, they are. But
they're not, though, huh?
That's okay. Scary pit bulls. Scary pit bulls. Hey, we got him. These 2 obviously were not vicious dogs. They were the classic friendly pit bull, which is how we think most pit bulls are pretty friendly. So,
but you could see that somebody that didn't know that they were friendly pit bulls would be intimidated by them. But I mean, obviously, they're the 2 happiest pit bulls I think I've come across in a. They just wanted kisses. So.
This is Southeast. We rescue a lot of dogs from Southeast too. We have officers down here that are rescuing dogs. There's a dog right there. She has a red mohawk.
You can see it.
Come here, mamas.
Sometimes when I go to him to get him, he runs away.
It doesn't have an owner? Would you let me find him a home?
You want to take him?
Not today, but we'll come back and get him.
This dog he eats the best of food, but he always waits until you leave.
Poor baby.
And once you leave.
Okay, well, we have a trap. We can trap him too.
We can trap him because once
he'll go in for the food.
Yeah. And we'll set him down like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just trick him, and then he'll get a home. We'll find him a home.
Yeah. I think that the ghetto rescue is a good thing, and not only is it's needed for dogs, it's needed for some people too.
So we'll go back and try to catch him, or we'll have them assist us and get him, and then get him to the vet, so he ought to be thrilled, and then get him into a foster home. And that's what we do, one at a time. It's a win-win. The people get a great dog, we get a home for the dog, and they had some interaction that was good with the police, and I think it makes a difference to the officer and to the community.
Hi, Tippy. What happened with Tippy, she
was sitting in a parking lot. So they called us and we told them to take her to a vet, which they did. And she had gangrene all up the leg. And it was just determined that the best thing would be just to take the leg off. It was so damaged. From day one, she had no trouble. Her biggest problem is she tries to keep up with the other dogs and once in a while does a little somersault. Come on, come on. She's fast. Initially, we were gonna find Tippy a home, but we just decided to keep Tippy in our group so that she could show people what we do. She is gonna be our mascot, our fine example of what goes on.
My friend, where'd you get that silly grin? Has it been always there above your chin? And I would do anything, I'd do anything for you in that silly grin. My friend, where'd you get them big old ears? Man, them ears go on for years and years, and I would do anything, I'd do anything for you in that silly grin, for you in that fuzzy chin, for you in them big old ears, for you in all the years. You are my friend. You are my friend. My friend. You are my friend.
Next up, our Spotlight Breed. Plus, where you can go to adopt a new friend. And much, much more on Dog Tales.
If you're on supplemental oxygen, heavy and awkward tanks are a burden. Now you can leave home and leave the tanks behind with Inogen One, the portable oxygen concentrator you can take almost anywhere.
With my Inogen One, now I'm able to do the things that I've always loved. I just press the button here, and there's my oxygen. This little box changed my life. I can now do all those things that I want to do.
The Inogen One creates portable oxygen from the air around you. When you have an Inogen, you can get back to living your life again.
I love this, and I love my Inogen because it lets me see this.
The Inogen One is so small and light, you're free to leave the house without the hassles of an oxygen tank.
I could play golf again. I could go grocery shopping. I'm free again.
With the Inogen, I can handle my own oxygen. I can carry my own oxygen. I go anywhere with this. Look how small it is.
And right now, you can try an Inogen One for 30 days completely risk-free. Give us a call right now. We'll answer all your questions. We'll send you an information guide. And if you qualify, we'll send you an Inogen One system to use for 30 days completely risk-free.
I took a 10-day, 3,000-mile road trip with my trusty Inogen. I always call it my trusty Inogen. I do trust it.
This gives me the oxygen that the doctor prescribed for me.
You can continue to drag heavy and awkward oxygen tanks when you leave the house, or use the latest in medical technology to get the oxygen your doctor prescribed anytime you leave home. So give us a call and try an Inogen One system for your very own for 30 days, completely risk-free. Your insurance may even cover your new Inogen One system.
If you're on oxygen, you need to be using an Inogen.
This Inogen really works. You gotta get off the couch and get one.
Wouldn't you rather have this than a tank? Really?
Pick up the phone, call the Inogen company. They're going to take care of you.
Call 1-800-655-0433. That's 1-800-655-0433. Or visit Inogen.com.
Are you suffering from pain? There is one product that millions of people have trusted to relieve pain for nearly 20 years. Omega XL.
You know, getting old is hard enough without having the pain associated with the things that you like to do.
Living with pain is just the worst. It just brings you down. It really takes a toll on your mental health.
Hello, my name is Ken Mears. I'm the founder of Great HealthWorks, the makers of Omega XL. Those of you who are searching to address your aches and pains and your soreness, Omega XL is for you.
When you have pain, you don't have the ability to get up and go. I got the Omega XL, and it was almost hard to remember where some of that pain had gone.
When I'm shooting for 12, 14 hours a day, I become Captain Statue, a statue that hurts. So I did try Omega XL, and I am a happier guy for it.
Today, I'm joined by the CEO and founder of Great HealthWorks, Mr. Ken Mears. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you today?
We are so excited to talk about a product that's changing people's lives.
The oil extract that comes from this muscle is full of over 30 fatty acids that work synergistically together to create, we believe, the most powerful natural supplement in the world.
So we've told you exactly what it is. Now we're going to hear from Dr. McQuillan. She's going to tell you why it works. Take a look.
This combination of fatty acids is not found anywhere else in any other product other than Omega XL. And it has been shown in clinical research to help with joint pain due to inflammation, which affects so many of us. As a doctor, I can tell you it's one of the most common reasons that people come to see a doctor is because of pain. And here we have something that is safe, been studied for 30 years, it's natural, and it relieves pain due to inflammation.
If someone's sitting at home and they're saying, how is this going to work for me? Tell us.
It's going to work for them because everyone's body makes inflammation. And that's why they say that inflammation is the fire within. Your body's on fire. It's the root cause of many illnesses or many challenges. And being in pain is certainly a challenge. And Omega XL can take care of that and knock it out.
And when we're talking about inflammation, let's see what Dr. Eaker has to say.
Inflammation is one of the worst things that can accumulate in the body. It's associated with joint pain and a number of underlying conditions. Reducing inflammation is key to be able to continue being active as long as you want to be. And that's why I recommend Omega XL.
Tell us why it's important that we know this is from New Zealand.
Well, because this green-lip muscle only grows in New Zealand. The meat that's in this muscle goes through our manufacturing process that creates an oil extract that is very powerful, that works, has great amounts of science behind it, and it truly is life-changing.
To me, the impressive thing is that we're not just talking about a feel the difference product. We have 30 years of research and science behind Omega
Absolutely.
XL. That's amazing.
That is amazing, I'll tell you. We're very proud of this. Can you lift those binders up? It's surprising to people, and this is real science, real studies, 30 years. This is why you can take Omega XL with confidence and know that you are helping yourself, your family, your loved one, a mother, a father, someone you care about, and yourself. This product works.
Thanks to Omega XL, I feel like I have less aches and pains. Daily motion is just an easier thing.
Thanks to Omega XL, I have more energy. I feel like it's changed my life.
This is an opportunity for you to experience the relief that millions of people have actually had from Omega XL. Now, the exciting thing is we used to sell one bottle, a single bottle for $69.95 for years. Today, you don't have to pay $69.95. We're doing this for $39.95. Now, it gets even better. If you call, we're going to do not one for $39.95, but two for $39.95 and a 60-day money-back guarantee. What are you waiting for? And the offer gets even better because on your first order, we're going to gift you with a free bottle of Vitamin XL D3 for whole body health. Absolutely free.
Any of you at home who really care about your quality of life, just give it a try because this product delivers results you can feel. You'll be happy that you did.
Time now for our Spotlight Breed.
I'm a very special dog. Everybody loves me. I'm a bundle of joy with a pedigree.
I have 2 8-month-old Afghan hounds. One's named Raina, and she's black with tan markings, and the other one's Sienna, which is a cream with black markings. They do take a lot of care. There's a lot of grooming. I groom them about once every 2 weeks, real good, and then just basically maintain them, which is not that hard. But a lot of people would think it's a task. They're regal, they're docile, they're aloof. They like to hang out at the park on their own. They like to go and walk the border of the park and just check out stuff. And they're fast, and they're athletic, and they're tall, and they're obedient. They're just an amazing, amazing animal. They're really smart, but they need to be stern. You have to teach them, at the same time as love them, you have to be stern with them. Teach them that you're the alpha, you know, and they're subordinate, and they'll be a loving, amazing animal. You have to be careful with them, but they're very loving, but they're independent at the same time. They're not the traditional family dog like a mutt, you know, like a mixed bred animal or a golden retriever, so to say. But my daughter, since day one, had Afghans in her life, and they've always been great with her. She'll come home from school or something, and she goes right to the dogs, and she'll hug them, and they'll lick her, and we run out in the yard and play with them, get them riled up, because they like to run around, and she loves them.
Everybody loves me.
Looking for a new best friend? Try your local animal shelter.
Well, we found him lying low in a shelter downtown. I took him on home, showed him around. In a very short time, it was plain to see he's lucky dog, we're lucky we. We go out walking, we're safe and sound, down by the river where the sun go down. It's a real nice place, we can all run free. Lucky dog, lucky we. Oh, lucky dog. Oh, lucky we. Mr. Lucky Dog, lucky we.
Give these precious pooches a good and safe home. For more information, visit our website, dogtailstv.com. Next up, another interesting dog tale. Plus, Ask the Vet, questions you want answered, and much, much more on Dog Tales.
Outages are unpredictable, inconvenient, and disruptive to your life. When the power goes out, you have no lights, no refrigeration, no heating or air conditioning. Your well or sump pump won't work. Your modern daily electronics are rendered useless. And what if the power's out for days or weeks? Are you prepared? You can be with a Generac home standby generator.
24 days we were without power. I had water, I had ice, I had coffee, I had air conditioner. I was able to stay here because of Generac.
When an outage occurs, your Generac home standby generator automatically powers up, so your life goes on without disruption. You and your family are comfortable, safe, and secure. Generac generators run on your home's existing natural gas or propane. And Generac's Mobile Link remote monitoring system keeps you posted on operating status, maintenance updates, and more. Generac generators are designed, engineered, and purpose-built in the USA. Generac is the #1 manufacturer of home standby generators in the world. 8 out of 10 home generators are Generac, with thousands of satisfied customers.
Very good product. Very, very good reviews from everybody.
Prices start at just $19.99, and special financing is available with zero money down finance options. Call now to request your free quote from one of Generac's 6,000 nationwide dealers. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation to to buy. Plus, if you act now during the Power Up Dallas sales event, you will receive a 10-year warranty and your first year of maintenance absolutely free. That's a $1,395 value. Hurry, this is your last chance to take advantage of this offer. Call now, so the next time there's a power outage, your home powers up. Power your life with Generac. Call or go online to request your free quote today.
Wealthy Entertainment. You kind of nailed it. Are you for Imprint certain?
Are you ready to rock?
I got this.
Certainty matters. For promotional products everyone will love delivered on time, visit 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
If you or someone you love were exposed to aqueous film-forming foam and developed kidney, pancreatic, prostate, or testicular cancer, you may be entitled to significant financial compensation. Firefighting foam is used to suppress fire rapidly, but it contains the toxic forever chemical that has been linked to several types of cancer. So if you or someone you love have been exposed to firefighting foam and developed cancer or other major health issues, call Liberty Legal now to see if you qualify for financial compensation.
There's a new victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. Checking your credit score or bank statements may not be enough to alert you. That's because identity threats appear in more places than you realize, making it dangerously easy to become a victim.
Someone got my social security number, made a driver's license, and tried to buy a car in my name. Felt really devastating, frightened, because I had no control.
Identity thieves can use your information to open loans, transfer home titles, even commit crimes.
Someone used my information to open up bank accounts in my name. It was terrifying, not knowing what was out there and what had been opened.
But protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock, a leader in identity theft protection. LifeLock monitors for threats to your identity, especially ones you may miss by simply checking your accounts or credit. If there's an issue, LifeLock will alert you.
There was a big yes button and there was a big no button. So I clicked, that's not me, and LifeLock took it from there.
And if you're a victim, your dedicated US-based restoration specialist will work to fix it.
If something happens, you have somebody fighting for you. I don't know what I would have done without my restoration specialist.
All plans backed by LifeLock's $1 million protection package, including reimbursement for stolen funds, personal expenses, and coverage for lawyers and experts if needed.
With the $1 million protection package, I know LifeLock has me covered.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity, but now it's easy to help protect yourself.
I realize identity theft can happen to anybody, so that's why I signed up for LifeLock.
Join the millions of people already protected by LifeLock, and for a limited time, save 25% with promo code 25 today. LifeLock, identity theft protection starts here. Call 800-433-9058 or visit lifelock.com/25 today and use promo code 25 today to save 25% on your first year of identity theft protection. Enroll now.
And welcome to Legal Help Center. This is where we have professionals standing by to answer your questions regarding personal injury. So if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, like a car accident or a slip and fall, we can help. As a matter of fact, we are here to help. So take that first step and call the number on your screen right now. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions. They'll tell you if you have a case and how much your case is potentially worth. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm Gina Belich, here with TV anchor and spokesman Tom Mustin. So, Tom, you've been in television for over 20 years. You've participated in a number of big events. Tell everyone watching at home what makes the Legal Help Center so special and what it means for you to be here with us in the studio.
Well, Gina, first let me thank you for having me join you here today. It is always so nice to assist the viewers and help people with their legal questions. And, you know, I'm not an attorney, but every time I do this, I get to see so many people receive compensation for their accidents, and it's just such a great service provided. It's like bringing the legal team right into their living rooms. Now, as far as who should call in right now, the answer is anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not their fault, because when you give us a call, you're going to speak with a live person, not some automated greeting or a computer message, but an actual person who's ready to help. You'll receive a free consultation. You can get all your questions answered, and more importantly, find out how much your case is potentially worth.
All right, Tom, phones really seem to be busy right now. What kind of calls are coming in?
Well, Gina, we're getting calls from all kinds of accidents, from car accidents to slip and falls, truck accidents and motorcycle accidents, which are very scary because those are usually quite serious in nature. But the most common by far has been car accidents. Someone got rear-ended on their way to work. Another person was T-boned from someone who ran a stop sign. That's why I encourage all of you watching at home, if you're injured in an accident that was not your fault, don't wait. Call the number you see on your screen right now and get the help that you need. The call is free, the consultation is also free, and you don't pay a thing unless you win a settlement, so you really have nothing to lose.
Now, this is a service to you, the viewers, offering you a free consultation and getting you access to legal help. So if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, or you know someone recently in an accident, give us a call right now. You'll speak with a live agent, not some automated greeting, but an actual person right now who's ready to help you.
Like Gina said, if you've been injured in an accident, like a car accident or a slip and fall, the team is available to help. So take that first step. We have agents available for you right now. They'll answer any questions you have, let you know how much your case is potentially worth. Take care, everyone, and thank you for watching.
Here's another interesting dog tale. Meet Kiki, a lab shepherd mix who was adopted by a loving family, and as you can see, enjoys every moment of every day. Shouldn't all dogs feel this way?
My dog is a star. He thinks the limo is his car. He sniffs his bowl, but he wants caviar. My dog is a star. My dog is a star. I said now, my dog is a star. My dog is a star. You know now, my dog is a star. He is.
Time to ask the vet.
Trimming your dog's nails is a very simple procedure that can go wrong if it's not done properly. It's important that you don't cut the quick, which is a blood vessel in the nail. So it's important that you have it done by a trained professional, whether it's a groomer or a hospital staff, to make it as comfortable as possible for your pet. And it could be a very enjoyable experience if it's done properly.
Next up, our Dog Tales mailbag. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Is your body telling you something? Well, there are more than 50 million Americans living with joint pain every day, which means it could be affecting you or someone you love. Hi, I'm John Walsh, and for over 40 years, I've been fighting the bad guys, finding the truth, and seeking justice for thousands of people. I'm on a mission to hunt down joint pain. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Pain is manageable and it's controllable. That's why there's Omega XL. So today I'm taking on a very important investigation to chase down the truth on this incredible supplement, the facts that back it up, and the hope it can bring to countless people who are suffering from joint pain. And you know me, I'll give you the straight talk and the real findings. First, our investigation begins over 7,000 miles away in the Pacific Ocean. Let's get to it.
The secret behind Omega XL begins here
the pristine waters of the Marlborough Sounds in New Zealand, the home to one of nature's most beneficial creations, the green-lipped mussel. For centuries, green-lipped mussels were a staple in the diet of the indigenous people of the Maori tribe. These mussels piqued the interest of scientists. What they discovered was that green-lipped mussels were rich in EPA, DHA, and additionally 30 fatty acids, giving them natural anti-inflammatory properties. Great Healthworks harness that power. The process results in a one-of-a-kind, powerful, natural, drug-free supplement that is backed by more than 35 years of clinical research and has helped millions of people get back to their active lives. Omega XL.
It could change your life. Just ask anybody who uses it. The results are undeniable.
I just rode 8 miles on my bike. The achiness in my joints is diminished. I don't feel nearly as old. I've got more energy, feeling much better. I was thinking the church is having that 10-mile race. I think I'm ready for it.
My fingers are flexible. My hands feel great. I'm able to work my tools. Before Omega XL, if I were to do this, I would have been laid up for about a week. Omega XL has been very good to me.
I used to not be able to hold a paintbrush for very long or stand on my feet to work on a painting. And because of Omega XL, I moved into a bigger art studio.
These are real people that have had some real results. It's natural, it's drug-free, it's really small, easy to swallow. It has over 35 years of clinical research supporting it.
Omega XL is really in a class all its own. It has over 35 years of clinical research that show that it helps joint pain due to inflammation, it helps muscle soreness due to overactivity, and it can even help respiratory function.
Last week I walked 6 blocks. I was so proud of myself. I ordered Omega XL, and now I have more energy than I ever had. My husband says it's a big difference. He wants to know, what did I take? It's been the best thing that I did because it relieves a lot of pain. Everything changed for the best. I can go out, I can hang out with my sisters, I can go anywhere, clean my house, do whatever I can and want to do. Now it's let's go, baby. This product is the best thing. This will be a miracle for your body. You will remember what did it to you, and it was Omega XL.
Our investigation has shown us the truth on Omega XL, backed by facts, and how it offers the hope needed to live a better life. If you're in pain, I want you to know that there is real hope out there. I'm living proof. You've trusted me for the last 40 years. And if you're experiencing joint pain, I'm asking you to trust me now. I'm taking Omega XL because it works for me. And if it didn't, I wouldn't be backing it.
Go to OmegaXL.com/John Walsh or call the number at the bottom of your screen right now to take advantage of this special offer. Buy 1 bottle of Omega XL, get 1 free. That's 2 bottles for only $39.95. Plus, you'll also receive a bottle of Vitamin XL D3 absolutely free. And it's backed by a 60-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, just return the unused portion for a full refund of the purchase price.
If you're living with joint or muscle pain caused by inflammation, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Order now to get this special offer. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3 for only $39.95. Act now.
Time to check our Dogtails mailbag.
Gonna read the Dogtails mail.
Catherine from Las Vegas, Nevada writes, our dog Fitch loves to go to the park and sit under a tree and just relax. We rescued Fitch from a family who didn't want him. He is 10 years old and is as playful today as he was the first day we brought him home when he was less than a year old. Mara from Ojai, California tells us, Daisy is 7 years old. Her favorite tricks are fetching the newspaper, bowing, and bringing us our shoes when she is ready for her walk. She had 2 litters of puppies, all of whom have wonderful homes, and we still receive pictures and notes from their owners. And Jason and Karen from Conway, Arkansas write, Kaylee is our Jack Russell Beagle mix, who we adopted from our local animal shelter. When we rescued her, she was 6 months old and quite thin. She's full grown now and on a healthy diet.
Oh, Dogtails mail.
You can contact us at mail@dogtailstv.com. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Here's what's coming up.
Today, we will be putting out the dog. Okay. We will be putting out the dog. Gonna show you what my dog can do today. We will be putting out the dog today. We should be putting out the dog. Okay. Yes, you say we should be putting out the dog. Gonna show you what my dog can do today.
Follow us on Facebook at Dogtails TV.
Love me to the end, running round all over the place.
Coming up, his love for the land shaped his desire for a free nation. The fascinating story of George Washington Farmer. A farm family traces its roots to colonial times while facing a changing future. America's Heartland is next.
You can see it in the eyes of every woman and man in America's heartland, living close to the land. There's a love for the country and a pride in the brand. In America's heartland, living close to the land. In America's heartland.
Classics.
Hello and welcome to America's Heartland. I'm Paul Ryan. The story of agriculture in America is as compelling as it is complex. Many early farming tools and techniques employed by European settlers were provided by Native Americans who had lived on this land for thousands of years. In this edition, we'll focus on those who employed that valuable knowledge to build a new nation. And what better place to begin our story than right here in Virginia at Mount Vernon, the home of our first president, George Washington. Spend time here and you'll learn a great deal about the values our first president and other colonial farmers drew from the good earth, values that helped shape our Constitution and our democracy. George Washington played many roles in the founding of our nation, Commander-in-Chief of the Revolutionary Army, First President, and leader of the Constitutional Convention. All pivotal roles, but none his most cherished profession.
When George Washington was filling out a resume, you can bet that he wouldn't have put down first soldier or president. He would definitely have listed farmer as his main occupation.
But Washington was more than just a gentleman farmer. He was passionate about the land, how to nurture the soil, grow the best crops, and share his knowledge with other farmers. In the 45 years he lived at Mount Vernon, the estate grew from 2,000 to 8,000 acres, half of that planted in corn, wheat, potatoes, oats, and rye.
Washington was a very practical man. He wanted some pretty gardens, but what really interested him was the creation of food, and he was great at it.
Washington was one of the first American farmers to experiment with crop rotation, now a widely used method that allows the soil to rejuvenate between harvests. He studied the best uses of fertilizer and composting, using everything from manure to fish heads. He even planted different types of wheat to see which kinds were most resistant to pests. Visit Mount Vernon today and you'll see reenactors dressed in colonial garb, planting and raising many of the same crops the same way Washington did in the 1700s. Primitive by today's standards, but historians say the president's techniques were both innovative and way ahead of their time.
Washington was really streamlining his processes and developing methods so that he could get higher yields and go to market with a better product.
Historians also credit Washington for breeding the first American mules, the offspring of a mare and a single male donkey, or jackass, given as a gift from the King of Spain. Here, too, the only remaining examples of a rare breed of Hog Island sheep, raised by Washington and named after a 17th century English settlement off the coast of Virginia. Another treat for visitors are these gardens, some in the formal, stately English style, with annuals and perennials of all kinds. And here, what was called the kitchen garden. This was Martha Washington's domain. The First Lady believed everything she served at Mount Vernon was a reflection of her hospitality. So the garden was filled with vegetables of all kinds, including, of all things, artichokes.
George Washington was fond of the plant. I think it tickled his funny bone. He had quite a wry sense of humor, and eating something that looked like a thistle, I think, made him chuckle.
I know the people love it, and how I know is that the average tour of the mansion, the actual home, is about 15 or 20 minutes, but the average time people stay at Mount Vernon is between 2 and 3 hours.
Mount Vernon was a successful farm, in part because of Washington's genius and passion for his enterprise, but certainly also because of the slaves who lived and worked the land. It was a tragic and common part of the 18th century colonial life, practiced even by our first president, though in his will he decreed that all of his slaves be freed upon the death of his widow. Here are some other places in Virginia to experience farm and city life before and during colonial times. Monticello in Charlottesville, Virginia was the lifelong home of another great president, Thomas Jefferson. Purchased by his father in 1735, Monticello became Jefferson's property when he turned 21. It was a working plantation, a center of agriculture and industry. In 1607, 13 years before the Pilgrims landed in Massachusetts, a group of 104 English men and boys began a settlement on the banks of Virginia's James River. Today, Jamestown Settlement is a state-operated living history museum. Visitors can board replicas of the 3 ships that sailed from England to Virginia in 1607. Colonial Williamsburg was the thriving capital of Virginia when the dream of American freedom and independence was taking shape. From 1699 to 1780, the colony was the political, cultural, and educational center of a nation yet to be, and newly born. Its 300 acres contain hundreds of restored, reconstructed, and historically furnished buildings. George Washington was more than just a farmer. He was also an accomplished horticulturalist. And there are still 2 gardens here at Mount Vernon designed by the president himself. More than a dozen trees still stand today as the last living witnesses to Washington's life.
In America's heartland.
This is an important message from Allied Injury Group. If you or someone you love was injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, you deserve financial compensation for your medical expenses, lost wages, pain, and suffering. Call Allied Injury Group for a free consultation now.
800-619-8096.
Whether it's a work accident, truck accident, collision with an uninsured driver, or a slip and fall, Allied Injury Group has helped clients win hundreds of millions in damages. They're available 24 hours a day to take your call and fight for you. Don't rely on insurance companies to look out for you. If you haven't spoken to an attorney, call Allied Injury Group now. Remember, if you or someone you love suffered injuries in an accident that wasn't your fault, like being struck by a drunk driver, a collision with an 18-wheeler, were the victim of workplace negligence, or more, get the financial compensation you deserve now.
800-619-8096. That's 800-619-8096.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
I am so excited to tell you more about the innovation that is Plexiderm. Now, if you're someone who likes to try home remedies for under-eye bags or wrinkles like egg whites or hemorrhoid cream, I have good news for you. Plexiderm is actually formulated for your skin, and it's clinically studied to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles in just 10 minutes, and those results last up to 10 hours.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines, like, it's amazing.
The first time I saw Plexiderm work, I was amazed. When you look at these before and after videos, it's hard to believe that this is just a serum that you apply yourself at home to get rid of the under-eye puffiness, the crow's feet, the 11 lines, the deep forehead lines.
My real true opinion is holy
words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. It feels great. Looks even better.
Look at the results that we're seeing here. This person has very pronounced under eye bags. Not much you could do about that before without an invasive treatment. This is just Plexiderm serum applied in small amounts under each one of these eyes, and you can see 10 minutes later, we sent those bags packing for the day.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. They're all calling. There's been creams, there's been lotions, concealers. Nothing works like this. And in just a few minutes, it's amazing.
Plexiderm is naturally derived from silicates. You'll just place a very small amount on your fingertip because it's so powerful, and then you just apply to those areas where you see your signs of aging, and then just wait 10 minutes and you will see the results. Right now, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Call the number on your screen or visit plexidermtrial.com.
In America's heartland.
Now we'll dig even deeper into our colonial farming past with a journey to Sussex, Virginia. And that's where I met a family whose agricultural roots stretch back to the days of George Washington. And 7 generations later, they are still raising the crops of their ancestors while trying to adapt to the changing times.
This is my grandmother and grandfather buried over here. My mother and father are here.
For Harvey Dunn and his son Keith, a visit to the church cemetery in tiny Yale, Virginia is like a stroll through their own clan's history.
All of these are Dunns that are akin to us. The family's been coming down his church for years, I know, since back in the 1800s.
Nearly a third of the headstones bear the Dunn name, not surprising for a family whose Virginia roots stretch back to the 1600s. According to Dunn family legend, their ancestors were among the original Jamestown colonists, a family that later crossed the James River into Virginia's Sussex and Surrey counties. Another ancestor, John McGlammer, founded the Antioch Baptist Church in 1772.
I've been told that I'm a 7th generation farmer. The 5th generation to live and work right here on this farm.
It's just a little bit of a sense of pride and to think back that your ancestors were here and they made a living doing it and enjoyed the life.
Nowadays, the Dunns farm about 1,800 acres of cotton, soybeans, and corn. To them, it's more than an occupation, it's a way of life.
Think we'll get any corn picked tomorrow? I guess some people would say it's in your blood. It's almost like what you were called to do. I mean,
this is the crop most deeply rooted in the Dunn family farm history. They've been growing peanuts for more than 150 years. The rich sandy soil, mild climate, and relatively low humidity of southern Virginia offer near-ideal growing conditions. Harvey Dunn says when he talks to city folks about peanut farming, the question most often asked of him by those folks is, what kind of trees do peanuts grow on? Well, if I've learned anything at all today, it's that I'm now in a field of peanuts, and these certainly aren't trees.
They grow down in the ground under the limbs of these peanuts. And if we get down here and scratch our fingers under here and pull this vine back, we ought to be able to see a few of them.
Harvey says peanuts are more pea than nut. They are legumes, related to other crops like sweet peas, soybeans, beans, and alfalfa. The peanut grows beneath the soil like a potato. The nut itself is the seed, planted in May, harvested around mid-September to mid-October. This was actually turned this way, upside down.
Completely upside down.
And then the cutter came along, cut up under. They cut all the roots, and then it automatically turns this over.
Yeah, leaving it upside down so it can dry the kernels of peanuts and all, and dry the vines so the harvester can come through and separate the peanuts from the vines.
But that's just one step in the process. After the peanuts are harvested, they go into big nut wagons where heated air dries them for a couple of days before they are sent off for roasting and salting. Well, Harvey, I got to tell you, I feel like a kid sitting here on a mound of peanuts. I love peanuts, but this is ridiculous. What are we sitting on here?
Well, we're sitting on about 8,000 pounds of peanuts. The majority of these will become ballpark peanuts.
Peanuts in the shell.
Peanuts in the shell.
Not in a jar.
Roasted in the hull. That's the best peanuts you've had today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Recent times have been tough for many U.S. peanut farmers. A long-time price support system called a marketing quota ended in 2002. Growers like the Dunns are drastically reducing their peanut planting from 500 acres to less than 50. And as they ponder whether to give up that crop, they also worry about carrying on, even keeping their centuries-old farm.
You have to wonder what's going to happen with your next generation. Is he going to still be able to survive and make enough money to take care of his family?
It's really easy to do something you love, but ultimately you've got a family to take care of and support. And I know I've got to support that family, and I spend a lot of time worrying about how to make it work, but you just do the best you can.
Been a long year.
That's right.
Ready to get through with it.
As with so many crops, appearance is everything when it comes to peanuts. Those clean, plump peanuts with light-colored shells will often end up as ballpark nuts. Smaller, darker, or less mature nuts are milled to make peanut butter or peanut oil. Still ahead, a little farm town that sprang from this man's big dream.
In America's heartland.
Are you ready to change the dry, crepey skin on your body to smoother, more youthful-looking skin? You can with new Crepe Erase Ultra.
For years, I've been sharing how Crepe Erase has helped my skin look smoother, firmer, and younger. And now the system I've loved for almost a decade is even better.
New Crepe Erase Ultra is our best system ever. With even more crepe-fighting ingredients, this dermatologist-tested treatment is clinically shown to instantly improve the look of dry, crepey skin and keeps getting better over time.
Award-winning actress Kate Walsh from Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice is blown away by what new Crepe Erase Ultra has done for her skin.
With Crepe Erase, I've seen my skin come back to life. It's almost like the long drink of water your skin's been waiting for many years.
And there's even more big news. Now Crepe Erase has a breakthrough new solution for a younger looking neck.
I can't wait to introduce you to the Ultra Smoothing Neck Repair. I'm telling you, this is something extraordinary.
The Ultra Smoothing Neck Repair is designed for a smoother, firmer, younger looking neck you have to see to believe.
My daughter showed me a picture and my neck looked like an old lady neck. Lines and wrinkles and crepiness. Since using Crepe Erase, the skin on my neck looks airbrushed. I love it.
Keep watching to find out how you can get the incredible Ultra Smoothing Neck Repair as a free gift with your order today.
Millions of women have turned to Crepe Erase, America's #1 selling anti-aging body treatment system for dry, crepey skin.
Real women trust Crepe Erase and have given it thousands of rave reviews.
My arms look great. You look and feel better. You really do.
If I was told I had to go away for a year and could only bring 2 suitcases, one would be full of this.
New Crepe Erase Ultra is dermatologist tested, so you can feel safe using it.
Crepe Erase Ultra is something I recommend to my patients because it works. I've seen the science, I've seen the results. That's what excites me.
The secret to Crepe Erase Ultra is how it delivers firmer, smoother, and plumper looking skin.
Our exclusive True Firm Plus helps visibly restore elasticity for firmer looking skin.
New patented dual peptides help support smoother looking skin.
And 12 incredible super hydrators saturate the skin, locking in hydration for an extraordinary 72 hours.
And the truly amazing part? Get ready to see the results the first time you use new Crepe Erase Ultra. And watch as those results keep getting better and better.
In fact, in just 4 weeks, 100% of women had the texture of their crepey skin improve significantly. 100%.
My husband is finding my skin very touchable, and I do not object to that.
Using Crepe Erase Ultra is easy.
Start with our skin softening body smoothing pre-treatment that melts away dull, dry skin.
With our new Ultra Body Repair treatment, you'll see your own instant transformation.
The very first time I used Crepe Erase was like, wow. You put it on and bam, it was like a difference.
You might expect to pay hundreds of dollars for results like these. But when you order through this exclusive TV offer, you can save big. You won't pay $99 or $89 or even $79. For just $69.95, you'll get the complete new Crepe Erase Ultra system.
And wait until you hear this. Be one of the first 500 to order, and we'll send you this brand new breakthrough, the Ultra Smoothing Neck Repair, free. It's packed with TrueFirm Plus, peptides, and encapsulated retinol for a smoother looking neck you thought you'd never see again. A $49 value. Today it's our free gift to you. And order in the next 3 minutes, and you'll also receive this customer favorite, the luxurious 4-in-1 line smoothing capsules for your face, free.
All of this, a $143 value, is already an incredible deal at $69.95. But smart shoppers who use promo code ULTRA will get an additional $20 off for the incredible low price of only $49.95.
I just love my skin now. I didn't love it before. I love it now.
With our 60-day money-back guarantee, you have an incredible 2 full months to see results on your own skin.
If you're not reveling in your younger-looking, soft and sexy skin, just return the bottles, even if they're used up and empty, and we'll give you your money back.
Don't wait to see what Crepe Erase Ultra can do for you. Make the call or go online right now. Trust me, it's worth it.
Today's special offer is not available in any store and will not last. Order now and get free shipping. Don't wait. Call 1-800-990-7701 or go to crepeerase.com.
In America's heartland.
We have talked about places that capture our farming past, but America's ag history is much more than that, and there are many places where that diverse history comes alive. Jason Schultz spent some time discovering some of our best ag history museums.
Our first stop on this magical museum tour is the New Mexico Farm and Ranch Heritage Museum. Touted as 47 acres packed with real stories about real people. Folks like Karen Stith, who will tell you all about New Mexico's growing dairy industry while you watch a milking.
A lot of people don't know where milk comes from. They don't realize that milk and cream and butter all come from a cow.
In another corral, livestock curator Greg Ball keeps these 2,000-pound bulls in line.
He's extremely gentle. You can see we were petting him a little while ago. We can get up on his back and sit on his back, and he doesn't mind that. He likes us to scratch his butt sitting up on his back.
If you've never seen a working cattle ranch, this is your opportunity to get up close and personal.
And then there's days where he's in a lousy mood, and you have to be able to recognize that.
Okay, maybe not too close. A quick stop by the blacksmith shop, and before the metal cools, it's time to hit the road. Head east across New Mexico through Roswell and into Texas. Before you know it, you'll be at the American Museum of Agriculture in Lubbock.
The American Museum of Agriculture really strives to preserve the history and tell the story of American agriculture. We start clear back in the horse and plow days and go up through the mechanization of tractor-drawn equipment.
Back in 1969, a county commissioner looked around and saw lots of old equipment rusting on area farms. What most folks thought was junk, he considered a historical treasure. This big old Oliver catches the eye of old-timers, and so does this not-so-big Oliver, one of 70 pedal tractors on display.
We believe we are the only museum in the United States that focuses on the pedal tractors and toy tractor aspect.
Time again to hop on our tractor and head for Kansas City, Kansas, in the National Agricultural Hall of Fame. Hey, if baseball players can have one, why can't
industry pioneers or scientists who've made significant differences in how we can grow things?
Folks like tractor maker John Deere, peanut guru George Washington Carver, and even Native American Squanto for teaching pilgrims how to plant corn. A board of governors decides who graces these walls, and if you think they've forgotten someone, well, just nominate them. Anybody can make suggestions. And who says you can't have some fun while learning about American agriculture? This group of Tennessee cattlemen and their wives explores a replica of an early 1900s town.
I love this place. This brings back memories of childhood when I worked with my grandparents on their farm.
Robert Duggar's grandparents may have used some equipment like this 1907 Deering header for wheat harvesting. The Hall of Fame claims to have 30,000 farming artifacts. I'd love to show you all of them.
It's a chicken.
But we're going to keep moving 130 miles northwest to the Homestead National Monument in Beatrice, Nebraska. Take a look inside this tiny log cabin and experience the lives of Daniel Freeman and his family, some of the first homesteaders on the plains.
This cabin, its dimensions are about 14 by 16. Now they raised about 10 children in this cabin. 14 by 16 in today's standards is about the size of somebody's bedroom, a small bedroom at that.
Your privacy was one price you had to pay for 160 acres of land from the government. This national monument pays tribute to the Homestead Act. Signed in 1862 by President Abraham Lincoln, it opened up plains to settlers from all over the world. Outdoors, quiet is king on 100 acres of restored tallgrass prairie, the perfect place to reflect and wrap up our tour of some of America's best agriculture museums.
Anyone planning a tour of all of America's agricultural and farm history museums has a long trip ahead. They exist in more than 35 states, from Maine to Hawaii. The state with the most? Texas.
One really can't explore America's farming past without acknowledging its tragic side. From the early days, slavery formed the backbone of much of America's agricultural economy. At the end of that shameful period, many of the freed slaves looked for new ways to start a new life working the land. Jason Schultz tells us about a group of black pioneers who started a farming community in California that is still remembered today as a tribute to initiative and courage.
The foundation of Allensworth, California wasn't so much brick and mortar or even the dry, dusty bed of the Central Valley. It was built on the passion of one man, Allen Allensworth, in a time of upheaval that changed the lives of all Americans. The people who built Allensworth a century ago are gone. The town today is a tribute to what they accomplished.
It means a good portion of my heritage. It means much of my inspiration that I have been able to carry with me because of my roots.
Alice Royal's grandparents were among Allensworth's founders, African Americans who, having survived the conflict that ensured their freedom, wanted to seize control of their destinies. Their leader was a high-ranking military veteran who believed together they could set an example to the world. Born in Kentucky in 1842, Allen Allensworth's desire for freedom drove his escape from slavery, his education, and his enlistment in the Union Army as the first shots of the Civil War tore this country apart. He retired 4 decades later as a lieutenant colonel, the highest-ranking African-American officer of his time. But his dream had yet to be fulfilled, proving that all African Americans deserved real freedom, real self-sufficiency. In 1908, his vision took shape on 800 acres of land 40 miles north of Bakersfield.
When the idea came along to start a town, he took off and went on a nationwide recruiting campaign, and he recruited 42 families to migrate to Allensworth to come here to get the town started.
Allensworth quickly grew into an uncommonly industrious community. The town's businesses reportedly generated $5,000 each month, a princely sum by today's standards. At its peak, more than 300 African Americans called Allensworth home.
There were farmers in Allensworth, but it was a business town. There were 2 general stores, one large one. There was a drugstore, a barbershop, bakery, hotel. That was for the overnight passengers off the train, and the farmers that came in to get the products to market.
But the economic engine of Allensworth was agriculture. A single community farm fed the town with plenty left over to export.
People would come in on the railroad and they would see how things were growing, and then they say, well, if they can grow that there, you know, this looks like a pretty prosperous town, so I'm going to stay here.
But in 1914, Allensworth's water supply began to fail. The town's economy withered like the land that supported it. Just a year later, the town's guiding light, Colonel Allensworth, died in a traffic accident. The residents drifted away, but what they left behind is the soul of this 21st century Allensworth, a California historical state park honoring the man whose dream still drives its inheritors. a unique American monument to freedom's promise.
In addition to impending war and water shortages, the Santa Fe Railroad is said to have played a role in the demise of Allensworth. Railroad executives claimed the town's name was too long to print on a schedule, then built a spur to bypass Allensworth completely.
In America's heartland.
Is your body telling you something? Well, there are more than 50 million Americans living with joint pain every day, which means it could be affecting you or someone you love. Hi, I'm John Walsh, and for over 40 years, I've been fighting the bad guys, finding the truth, and seeking justice for thousands of people. I'm on a mission to hunt down joint pain. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Pain is manageable and it's controllable. That's why there's Omega XL. So today I'm taking on a very important investigation to chase down the truth on this incredible supplement, the facts that back it up, and the hope it can bring to countless people who are suffering from joint pain. And you know me, I'll give you the straight talk and the real findings. First, our investigation begins over 7,000 miles away in the Pacific Ocean. Let's get to it.
The secret behind Omega XL begins here, the pristine waters of the Marlborough Sounds in New Zealand, the home to one of nature's most beneficial creations, the green-lipped mussel. For centuries, green-lipped mussels were a staple in the diet of the indigenous people of the Maori tribe. These mussels piqued the interest of scientists. What they discovered was that green-lipped mussels were rich in EPA, DHA, and additionally 30 fatty acids, giving them natural anti-inflammatory properties. Great Healthworks harnessed that power. The process results in a one-of-a-kind, powerful, natural, drug-free supplement that is backed by more than 35 years of clinical research and has helped millions of people get back to their active lives. Omega XL.
It could change your life. Just ask anybody who uses it. The results are undeniable.
I just rode 8 miles on my bike. The achiness in my joints is diminished. I don't feel nearly as old. I've got more energy, feeling much better. I was thinking the church is having that 10-mile race. I think I'm ready for it.
My fingers are flexible. My hands feel great. I'm able to work my tools. Before Omega XL, if I were to do this, I would have been laid up for about a week. Omega XL has been very good to me.
I used to not be able to hold a paintbrush for very long or stand on my feet to work on a painting. And because of Omega XL, I moved into a bigger art studio.
These are real people that have had some real results. It's natural, it's drug-free, it's really small, easy to swallow. It has over 35 years of clinical research supporting it.
Omega XL is really in a class all its own. It has over 35 years of clinical research that show that it helps joint pain due to inflammation, it helps muscle soreness due to overactivity, and it can even help respiratory function.
Last week I walked 6 blocks. I was so proud of myself. I ordered Omega XL, and now I have more energy than I ever had. My husband says it's a big difference. He wants to know, what did I take? It's been the best thing that I did because it relieves a lot of pain. Everything changed for the best. I can go out, I can hang out with my sisters, I can go anywhere, clean my house, do whatever I can and want to do. Now it's let's go, baby. This product is the best thing. This will be a miracle for your body. You will remember what did it to you, and it was Omega XL.
Our investigation has shown us the truth on Omega XL, backed by facts, and how it offers the hope needed to live a better life. If you're in pain, I want you to know that there is real hope out there. I'm living proof. You've trusted me for the last 40 years, and if you're experiencing joint pain, I'm asking you to trust me now. I'm taking Omega XL because it works for me. And if it didn't, I wouldn't be backing it.
Go to OmegaXL.com/John Walsh or call the number at the bottom of your screen right now to take advantage of this special offer. Buy one bottle of Omega XL, get one free. That's 2 bottles for only $39.95. Plus, you'll also receive a bottle of Vitamin XL D3 absolutely free. And it's backed by a 60-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, just return the unused portion for a full refund of the purchase price.
If you're living with joint or muscle pain caused by inflammation, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Order now to get this special offer. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3 for only $39.95. Act now.
In America's heartland.
We'd like to thank you for joining us here in Virginia at historic Mount Vernon, and we hope you'll come along with us again next time when we discover more great farms, families, and their fascinating stories in America's heartland. I'm Paul Ryan. I'll see you next time.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
With any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, and batteries never need charging.
I was having a stroke, and I was scared to death.
If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Life Alert is a lifesaver.
My husband is alive because of Life Alert.
Life Alert is the lifesaver to keep me out of assisted living.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-803-0889. That's 1-800-803-0889. Call now. 1-800-803-0889.
Jackie Gleason, The Honeymooners, with the stars Art Carney, Audrey Meadows, and Joyce Randolph.